What is leverage? Leverage is taking my pennies, making them work like big dollars. That makes sense, right? I want to use someone else's money. But more importantly, what I've done is I've turned this into a forever, never ending bucket of long-term care income that you cannot outlive. I've been talking to Murph quite a bit about that. We got to change our language. Stop talking about it like it's insurance. Don't deceive them. It is insurance, but it's no different than disability. We call it disability income because it sounds better than disability insurance. People want disability income. It's the same thing with long-term care. So it's long-term care income because that's truly what we need when these bills start showing up, and they're pretty salty. They're upwards of $100,000 a year now in most places. So in essence, what I've done, let me get my little laser here. What I've really done here is I've carved out a piece of the pot to protect all of it. It's portfolio insurance. It's protecting everything that you guys are working so hard to put into place. And now I will tell you something. I wouldn't say this to clients. I'm going to say it to you because we're all financial pros here. It would be better if they died, meaning we know exactly what's going to happen when someone dies. It's finite. We can plan. What we don't know and we can't plan for is when they're hemorrhaging dollars of $100,000 a year on top of what they already are spending or living on. That's what we can't control. And that will absolutely impact you and it will impact your clients. So it's the living issue that is the problem. So what we're doing is carving out a piece to protect all of it. It's the legacy plan. Even that plan needs a protection plan, right? So we're going to make sure that we never run out of this income for myself, or if you happen to be married, yourself and your spouse. Here's how it works. Now, this is where I should have a drum roll. Alan, I might ask you to unmute and do like a fake drum roll just to make it fun. I'm kidding. I'm teasing you. So here's how it works. Nobody has ever asked me, Michelle, how does this work when I die? You all know life insurance, and I want you to keep this as generic as possible in your mind. Think of the most generic whole life insurance policy you can think of. It's got cash value, it's guaranteed to grow, I've got a death benefit, passes on to my family tax-free. But they always ask me, Michelle, how does this work when I actually need long-term care? When I'm going into a nursing home or I'm going to hire someone to come in my home and take care of me, how does this pay out? Well, you're going to get these bills monthly, so we're going to pay out this income monthly, but you can't outlive it. So this is a timeline. I'm going to start from the left and I'm going to move out to the right over a period of time. So here's day one. I'm now going to start tapping into this policy until it runs out. It's a finite bucket, but I absolutely can burn through it. So remember, we're going to pay out 100% of this first part because it's a life insurance policy. You're going to live or you're going to die. There's not another option there. It's the second part that's the sizzle. You guys are going to love this. This is exactly what your clients, as a matter of fact, your clients might say, can we just buy the rider and skip the life insurance? Like that's how good it is. So the second part, it doesn't have any cash value. It doesn't have a death benefit. All that it does is keeps on paying those bills as long as you need it or as long as your spouse needs it. So if you think about it, and this is the drum roll part, Alan, I'm not going to embarrass you. You don't have to do it. This is the drum roll part. If you think about it, this green part or this rider is really just catastrophic major medical type insurance with a high deductible. I'll just let that sink in for just a minute. It's a high deductible, meaning you're going to, if this life insurance policy is valued at $250,000, let's say, I'm going to burn through my $250,000 first before the insurance company's money kicks in. Sounds like a health savings account, doesn't it? It's the same concept and it works beautifully. Most people understand the catastrophic risk to things. They just don't want to pay out the wazoo to get it. By the way, the health savings account, I have one. 3 years ago, I had 2 surgeries. It totaled $300,000. Guess how much I paid? $7,000 because my high deductible, and I used a tax-free account to satisfy that. Should I have paid $300,000? I guess it would have hurt really badly if I had done that. Would have had to cash in some stuff and sell some properties. In this case, I have the catastrophic. I just don't pay crazy premiums for it. It's the exact same concept, folks. So the difference is, how do we pay for it? And that's what I'm about to show you. So here's how it works. So in this scenario, remember, I identified an idle IRA I'm not planning on living on. It's just sitting there growing. I'm going to have to satisfy RMDs at some point in the future. So this is $150,000. Now, what's going to happen is One America, because we're the nicest company out there, like, because we're Midwestern, like we just do this because we like people, we're going to throw in a 25% bonus. So we're going to toss in $37,500 immediately. So now that IRA is valued at $187,500. Nothing's been taxed yet. So just by moving, Again, you get a 25% bonus for doing so. What we're going to do now is we're going to take a distribution each year for 10 years. So you're about to see why I call this a super Roth conversion, because we're slowly taking this money out, paying the taxes on it, but it's smaller, and we're going to convert it to something that is massively tax free and it's huge.